Hey guys! So I hope the lighting's okay because I'm doing this at like 1 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, I'm going to be doing this video about my Shop Miss A haul. And so pretty much it's going to be my first impressions. I'm going to put all the products on my face and let you guys know what I think. If you guys don't know what Shop Miss A is, it's a website online where all the products listed are only $1. So that's a little bit crazy. Some of these products I'm a little bit skeptical of, but let's hope they work out because $1 is like really good. So that's why I don't have any makeup on, so I can start off with a clean base. I've already put my face oil and my moisturizer on, so my skin is good to go. So first thing, I'm just gonna put back my hair with my cute little cat ears. And I'm just gonna put my hair back. And I got mostly every single product that I could think of. The only thing I think I didn't get is a highlighter, but I'll just be using one of my own. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is this AOA Studio Wonder Skin Mattifying Primer. And it just comes like this. I believe it's transparent with like just a little bit of color. Yeah, it kind of just looks like this. And I'm just going to be dabbing that all over my face. And I'm gonna work that in, mainly focusing on the areas I have larger pores and more oils. So pretty much the center of my face, since I do have combination skin. They do have a lot other primers, but the thing with their website is sometimes they don't always have the things you want in stock, so that's a little bit frustrating. But I did get most of the things I did want. So now that is buffed in, I think I'm gonna zoom you guys in just so you can see better. Okay, now you guys are zoomed in. You can see my lovely red spots and grossness on my face. But anyway, the next thing I'm going to be using is this is by Santee, it's their liquid foundation, Make a Flawless Bare. And it was really hard to find a foundation because a lot of them did look pinkish and like kind of weird. They didn't really have my color either. So I'm just gonna look and see if this is going to be a little bit too dark for me, which I'm thinking it is. And if it oxidizes, it's gonna be super duper dark. I'm just gonna test it over here. I do wanna match it to my self tanner, but it does look like it's going to be a tad bit dark. So I'm just going to be mixing it with my LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation. So pretty much I'm just going to use this just to lighten it up a bit. I'm just going to put some on right here. It does look very matte. Also, by the way, if you see me looking like over this way, I'm just making sure my camera is actually recording. I'm just going to be applying this all over my face with my little unicorn brush that I got from mymakeupstore.com. Just looks like this. I'm just going to be putting it all over my face. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this out. I'm going to use a bit more of a patting motion just to make sure I get the most coverage out of this foundation. It is looking a little bit pink from my skin tone, but it's whatever. I mean, it's only $1, so I'm not really losing much.
And this brush absolutely sucks. And it's going with this little brush here all over my face. Great.
I mean, I don't see much mattifying yet. Maybe once it dries down. Unless I just have like my oily base that I put on is just not working well with the foundation, but I don't know. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's definitely not full coverage. It kind of is very light to light medium coverage because I have like a few breakouts here and it's not covering them that well, so I'm going to try to put on another layer and see how this builds up. Again, just putting this thick all over because I do like a full coverage foundation, and this one's just not giving me coverage that I want. I just hope I don't look like a peach because it is very yellow on camera. It's not looking too bad, but in my lights I can tell it's very peachy. So
Medium dark brush. I seriously guys, this is the worst brush ever.
okay, so this is giving a little bit more coverage. It just feels very cakey on the skin, and I just really don't like the feeling of it. My go-to like foundation is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and that one gives me such full coverage without feeling very cakey. Okay, so this is what the foundation is looking right now. I'm going to zoom you guys up just so you can see the coverage and what it looks like up close. Okay guys, this is the coverage. As you can see, I do have some blemishes right here that is still not covering. It does give a nice finish, although I don't really think it's going to be matte. It seems very liquidy still and very glowy, so I don't know why this foundation was marketed as a matte. On the back it says a water-based liquid foundation combines medium coverage with SPF 20, provides a fresh natural matte finish, layers up, lasts long, helps protect the skin all day, non-oily. So I mean, like I said, I don't really see where the matte comes from because I am seeing a lot of shine coming from this foundation, but at least they're not marketing it as full coverage because it is a very medium buildable coverage. The next thing I'm going to be doing is my brows, and I got this Kleancolor Brows Essential, and it just looks like this. The packaging feels very cheap. It's very kind of like wonky, like the top is actually gonna fall off, I feel like. And it did come with like one of those cheapy angled brushes, but I threw that away when I opened the package. So I feel like since I do my brows pretty dark, this will be a good match. So let's just see how well this goes on. It does have a lot of fallout. I can tell that right now. So I'll be doing this brow first. I'm just very nervous in case it comes out too dark. Okay, it's not too bad. It does have a lot of fallout. It has a lot of fallout. Of course, I mean, I wouldn't expect a $1 product to be like extravagant or anything like that, so I'm just gonna be doing my brows pretty fast. Okay, one brow down, one more to go. This is kind of what it's looking like right now. It's not too bad, it's just a tad bit patchy and it won't kind of stick to the more like sparse areas in my eyebrow. But it's not too bad and the color isn't bad actually. Okay, so that's the best it's gonna get. It's not bad. I feel like it was a little bit harder to work with than the brow products that I usually work with, but it really isn't bad. It's just a little bit patchy in some of the sparser areas, like I said. But yeah, it's really not that bad. Usually cheaper brow products come out way too warm and orange, so I really like that this product is very ashy looking. So thumbs up. The next thing that I'm going to be using, I'm just going to be using this cream concealer as a base. So I'm just putting that all over my lid. Perfect. And I'm going to be using, this is the contour palette that I got, so I'll be going into more detail when I start to use it, but I'm just going to be using a basic like shade like this one or this one just to set my primer. I'm just going to be using a fluffy brush. Okay, so I got two different eyeshadow palettes, and these are, can't talk today. These are the Kleancolor 6 color contour eyeshadow palette, and I got two. I got one in the color Beige to Taupe, and this one's more of a cool tone palette. And then I got Nude to Bronze, and this one is like an orangey, coppery colors. So I think I'll be using like a mixture of both, since this one doesn't really have too much dark tones in it to darken up like the outer part of my eye. So I'll just zoom you guys in and I'll do the eye look and I'll let you know my thoughts afterwards. So this is the eye look I created. I'm just gonna go through what colors I used and what I did. So the crease color, I used this burnt copper color and I just put it in my crease. I had to use a color from the contour palette just to go over the crease a little bit before I put this color on. And then for my lids, I used this pretty gold color, and it wasn't coming up as bright as I wanted it to. So I did use a little bit of Fix Plus. This dark color, because this is the only dark color I have between the two palettes, in the outer V, and I was very disappointed in this color because it took a lot to even get some color on it. In the inner corners of my eyes, I used this light beigey, it kind of has a little bit of gold in it, so I just figured I'd put it in the inner corners and a little bit on my brow bone. So these palettes are okay. They're kind of what I expected for only $8. They have a lot of fallout, but the shimmers are really pretty if you're just beginning to play around with makeup. These are swatches of the Nude to Bronze palette, and these are swatches of the Beige to Taupe palette. So the next thing I have is this eyeliner. And I have two different eyeliners. No, this one does have, this one's a 2-in-1. So this one is the Kleancolor Pixie Jar liquid and pencil liner set. So I just pretty much gravitated toward this because it kind of reminds me of Sailor Moon, and it's really cute. I just think it would look really cute on my vanity as well, even if I don't use it. So pretty much the top is the pencil part, and this part is the liquid liner. So it has a nice little felt tip. It looks very precise. So I was really happy about that. And I'm glad I did get another liner because this one sucks. The black on the liquid liner is very pigmented, but I'll just do some swatches so you guys can see. Okay, so somehow I ended up with two different kind of wings, but it's the best it's gonna be. It's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so it is what it is. I'm just gonna take this off afterwards. But The liner is pretty good. It's not that bad for a dollar liner. It's very matte. And yeah, I would just say it's a little bit hard just to get a crisp line with the tip. But otherwise, I think it is a great liner minus the pencil at the top. So the next thing I picked up is the mascara. And this is by Amuse, and it's their Pro Mega Big Lash or Pro Big Mega Lash, I'm not really sure. But it's their waterproof mascara, and it looks like this. Let's continue to concealer. It's definitely going to be too light for me, but it's whatevs. This is the Kleanista concealer stick. This is not, I mean, it's showing up more on the camera than it is in person, but it's not pigmented at all. It kind of has a weird smell, like it just smells like chemicals. So I might just go over it, one of my NYX concealers. It's very greasy feeling, which I don't like. I'm already feeling very oily from the foundation. So I really don't like that. Like my hands feel very like oily. So I just want to try to maybe set this foundation and maybe that will help. So I'm going to be using this brush, and I'll be using this contour palette, which is by Makeup Essentials, and it's their contour kit. And it also comes with this like cute little diagram, like if you don't know how to contour. So it kind of looks like this. It comes like in a nice little tin, and it does have a little bit of fallout. So it kind of looks like this. And it has 3 highlighting shades or setting powders, and then 3 contour shades. And it also comes with one of those like little brushes, but I'm not going to be using those. I'll be setting my under eyes so my under eyes don't crease up, considering how many products I had to put under there. So this powder is actually very nice. I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush and just go into one of the darker setting powders and just set the rest of my face. Okay, so my face is looking a little bit better. So I actually don't look like I was outside in like 90-degree weather and sweating. So thank you, contour palette. So I'm going to be taking one of the contour shades. I'm going to be taking the bottom middle color because it's a little bit more like shadowy, like gray tone. I hope this is going to be a lot. Oh wow. It's actually very pigmented, as you can see. It's literally on my face, very pigmented. I'm going to try to blend this out. So if you do put way too much like I did, then see, look, that looks 100 times nicer. I have to say a definite yes for this contour palette. For blush, I have this Santee Blush Me palette, not palette, what am I saying? This Santee Blush Me blush, and it kind of looks like this. It's like a peachy corally color, and its color name is, it is a little bit too much, so I think I'm going to tone it down just a little bit. Alright, that's a little better. Last and final things I have are these liquid lipsticks, and I did get a few different ones. And I got the AOA Studio lipsticks. I actually was very surprised with the AOA Studio liquid lipsticks, and they are actually very nice. I do have a few colors right here, so I'll just show you all the colors that I got. I got 2 Wonder Medals. Actually, I got 3 Wonder Medals and 2 Wonder Mattes. So these are the 2 matte shades that I got. And then these are the 3 metals, and I will swatch them for you right now. Here are the liquid lipsticks up close. As you can tell, you can see the difference between the metallics and the matte. The first lipstick all the way to the left is the color Tease, and it's like a purpley mauve color. The next color is the color Trend, and it's a peachy nude color. The color next to that is a very rose goldy color, and it's in the color Moon. The color next to that is a very pinky metallic color called YASS. And the last color all the way to the right is my favorite metallic color, and it's in the color Candy. It's a very purpley blue metallic color. The color that I think will work with this look the most is the color Trend, and it's the peachy matte color, because I also have the Wonder lip liner that goes with it. So the liquid lipsticks do have like a doe foot applicator, so they are very easy to apply. I'll let this dry down, and then I'll zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see how it looks. This is the liquid lipstick a little bit up close, but yeah, they're not, it doesn't look super drying, it doesn't feel drying, it feels kind of like silky on my lips, so that's definitely a thumbs up for me. This is the full look, very orangey, very warm tone.